listening to The Kelly Slusher Show with your host, Kelly Slusher. Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me again for my podcast episode. Woot, woot, woot. I'm still feeling party vibes. Yeah, I went to a fun party. It was great. Hosted by the dreamiest guy. So I wanted to start this podcast out. So I realized, what I wanted to tell you is this is going to be my very last podcast ever. April Fool's. It's April Fool's Day when I'm releasing this, and I completely forgot. And so I was like, I need to do a little special April Fool's edition. I decided I was going to talk about, I had so much fun this weekend. I have stuff I want to talk about. There's a couple stories that are really funny. And then, it's, interestingly, there's a lot going on in my life, but I can't, it's I'm in this transition period, but I can't talk about everything because it's everything is kind of developing. But I will say this. I want to tell this story. So I had a lot of fun on Saturday, and this great group of friends, little friend circle, that we're all there. And one of my new guitar player in my band, we don't know what it's like. It's so new. We're not sure what this is going to look like, but he showed up, and him and his wife, he's the guitar player. I've talked about them, and she's a drummer. And then we have this other guy that wants to play bass, but there's a little bit of a thing because I wanted to play bass. If we're going to do a thing, something kind of different, I think I need to play bass, because that's when I wrote all Crash and Britney songs on bass. And I know they like that style, which I'm not going to do Crash and Britney, but I can do a little bit of a different thing. Anyway, I think what we can do, our styles are really good. But it's fun. So he was there, and I just really wanted to talk to him about music. So he was there, and we started, him and a bunch of our friends, we were all dancing. And so before I tell the story, I got to give you a backstory on this thing that happened. So we're dancing. Okay, real quick. So I did the open mic, and by the way, I'm doing another one on the 14th. It got moved a whole week because someone doesn't know how to schedule. The people we forgot it's farmer's night. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, if I have to keep pushing this thing out, I'm probably not going to do it because I'm not going to be working there anymore. So I did, when I was doing open mic, there was this one odd character person, guy. Okay. Very odd. And everyone was like, that guy's odd. And I'm like, I know. He's very strange. And I was like, okay, I doubt he listens to my podcast. So I just would hate for I would never want him to know that I'm saying anything about him, but it's such a good story because he's so strange. So I keep seeing this guy everywhere. So I saw he was at the thing. He was at the open mic. He played, he did his thing. And then just would see him, he'd be back. I'd see him in line at this place I work. I'm like, oh, that's that oddball. And then I was out at a cafe last week doing some computer work. And he was there, and I walk in, I see him, but I kind of ignore him because I don't want to have a friendly thing with him. You're that oddball, you can be there, you can do the open mic, but I don't want you in my circle. Anyway, so I saw them, I see him in other places. I just see him now. He's just always around. And so we had band practice-ish. It was we had tried to write some songs together last week, and we was afterwards, and me and my guitar player and the drummer, we were all hanging out, and I was like, do you remember that one? Because they were at the open mic, that's where I met them. I was like, do you remember that so-and-so? And they're like, yeah, he was strange. And they're like, yeah, he was different. I was like, yeah, I see him everywhere. So, we were kind of tripping out on him a little bit. Yeah, he's so weird. Just such an odd character, and you can't tell where he's coming from. You don't really want to know him, but maybe, yeah. So weird. I don't know. So we're dancing, and then I'm gonna say his name. His name is Jake. Jake's like, hey, is that, I hope he's okay with that. But he's like, hey, is that guy? He's like, that's that guy. And, I was like, yeah, that's that guy. He's like, is he wearing my band's t-shirt? I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, let me check it. Dancing. I'm like looking at him, trying not to look like, it's like, and there it was, Stratford 4. And I was like, yes, he's wearing that's his old band. Okay. Now he hasn't been in that band for years. Like, it's been a long time. It's not like they just played a show and there's merch, or they're actively playing. No. Like, oh my gosh. So I could not stop laughing at how strange. I'm like, that's like a movie. And I'm like, that is so weird. Of all the t-shirts, of all the bands, of all the people, of all the of all the times, of all the nights to be wearing that. And I was like, oh, do you think he knows that you and then Chris, I was like, do you think he knows that you and Chris are in that band, that you guys were in that band? And he was like, I doubt it. And I was like, should I go tell him? He's like, no. I'm like, no, okay, fine. Because I think I could tell him that and it would be cool. He was like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh. So then for the rest of the night, I was just like, every time I would think about, I couldn't stop laughing. It just, to me, it was the funniest thing ever. Okay, not ever, but it was so funny. I'm like, who are you? You're like it's like the guy is just like, what are you like? You know what I mean? Like, how would you know? How would you even know to do that? Like, I don't know. Maybe he just wants to talk to, I don't know. But it was so strange and funny. And I don't know. It's like you're just taking a shower. No, I don't know. You're doing something and there he is. He's looking into my yard. No. Oh my gosh. I think it's great. I think people like that. That's what makes the world go around. People just being, I don't know. So because it's April Fool's, I never think of good April Fool's stuff because, I don't know, it just kind of all of a sudden it's April Fool's and I'm like, oh wait, I want to do a prank. So I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, I need to do something for the podcast. And I'm like, can't think of anything but other than saying, it's my last one. So original. Yeah. Or I'm moving to Zimbabwe tomorrow. I don't know. It's just April Fool's. April Fool's. And then I looked up the originals of the origins of April Fool, but there's no real. It's all theories. It's all debated. It looks like they can trace it to this and that. So there's no real solid thing of or origins of where it even came from. It's kind of weird, right? We're just like, oh yeah, it's that day where you trick people. So I looked up, here's, oh wow. Here's a bunch of pranks that people might, when they look up, they might do this. I don't know. Frozen desktop. For this April Fool's prank, take a screenshot of your prankie's computer screen, then make it their wallpaper and hide their icons. Cue the confession. So dumb. So that means that you would have to get onto someone's computer, do a screenshot. That's really silly. Color changing milk. Add a few drops of coloring to the milk carton. When it's time for someone to drink it, they'll be shocked that it's another color. See, I'm giving you guys some good ideas for the day. Okay, unwanted alarm. This April Fool's prank is a bit of a nightmare. Set your prankie's alarm for 3 a.m. and hide it under the bed. When the alarm goes off, they'll be scrambling to find out where the alarm is coming from. I can't, where's this alarm? It's your phone and I set it off and it's under your bed. Okay, I mean, this is all crazy stuff, but haha, funny. Actually, what's not funny is I talked about this weird neighbor that I didn't realize that I actually had, or that I didn't pay attention to this neighbor a few weeks ago, and I saw him kind of staring at me and my friend like I was setting up my lawn, my table, my new table. And anyway, so that character, so I'm in the woods, but I'm not like way far deep into the woods, but I'm enough in the woods where this is ridiculous. He sets alarms on his vehicle. He puts a car alarm on his vehicle and it goes off. This week it's gone off 3 times and it's loud. loud. And it's so dumb because no one's going to steal your truck. It's like parked right by his house. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's like, and one time it was almost like he was fumbling to try to get it to turn off, but it kept turning back on. I'm like, do you realize, like, he's some like suburban guy that like moved up here. It had to. I mean, it's such a strange thing to do. And it's like, it's just always going. I mean, yeah, 3 different times, not even exaggerating. And like just happened yesterday. And it was like, man. And it's like, it's quiet over here. And then you've got this stupid alarm. Like you think someone's going to steal your car. Ugh, it's so dumb. Okay. Autocorrect mayhem. You'll have to be extra sneaky for this April Fool's prank. Sneak into their computer. See, this is a little invasive. There are suggestions. I think April Fool's shouldn't be this invasive, but these people are saying to sneak into someone's computer or phone and change common words in autocorrect. I actually didn't know you could do that. Change yes to chocolate or thank you to I love April Fool's Day. That's so dumb. So dumb. Actually didn't realize that you had that option to do that. Because the other day, like my autocorrects are so dumb. Like, I don't know. I'll be like typing out Apple and it'll like have a whole other word. So I guess I gotta look into that. Like, who's pranking me? I mean, it's dumb. Like someone's pranking me. Bucket trap. Tape a bucket full of water. Oh, this is a clever one. This will win a lot of laughs. Take a bucket of water to the ceiling and leave a note that reads, "Don't remove the bucket." And if they try, well, they'll be soaked. And if the bucket is too much, use a cup instead. That's funny. Oh, here's an egg-tastic prank. This April Fool's prank is a fun idea with a healthy twist, wrapped grapes in chocolate egg wrappers. Perfect for surprising taste buds. It's going to look like, those little foil, little Easter eggs will wrap grapes. Oh man, that's a prank. That's a good one. That one is actually a little bit better. It's a little less psycho. Yeah, I sneaked onto your computer and I changed all your passwords. And then I stuck your alarm under the bed and I took like 5 alarms under the bed. Okay, lotto win. Who doesn't want to win the lotto? Imagine the look on your pranky's face when they win the lottery. Along with a shock that will come when they can't claim their fake scratch off for big bucks. That's mean. These are cruel. These are like there needs to be I think April Fool's needs to be light. Don't go to these extremes like, hey honey, I got you a lotto ticket. Oh my gosh, I won. Here are the numbers. Just kidding, April Fools. You didn't just win $5 million. Shower faces. Here's a good April Fool's prank that'll bring all the laughs. I doubt it. Pop cardboard cutouts of your pranky's favorite celebrity in the shower. This is so stupid. When they pull the shower curtain to step in, imagine their surprise when they see faces everywhere. What? That is so dumb. Whoever wrote this, they're just like, they're insane. Oh my gosh, here's another one. This is just on a website. This is just like, I just typed in April Fool's pranks. Okay, house for sale. Give your kids a shock by pretending to put the house on the market. Stick a for sale sign in the front yard so they'll see it when they come home from school. Try not to keep the prank going for too long, as this might cause a few tears. Oh my gosh. You know what? Even if you saw a for sale sign on your house, even for a millisecond, you're gonna go into some kind of trauma, little shock. Even if it was a joke, there's gonna be a little bit, you don't do this to your kids. So this is sad, but this wasn't a prank. So that reminds me when I was in the 6th grade, me and my sister went to summer camp. We went to summer camp and we came home to our whole entire rooms packed up, and my parents, they upped and moved us. Like, we had to leave our school, our friends, and they're like, that's it. We're moving to Arkansas. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. I'm not traumatized. Parking troubles. Do you know someone who struggles to park responsibly? Watch the drama unfold by slapping a fake parking ticket onto their windshield. That would be kind of funny. But make it look like it's goofy. That'd be kind of funny. Coffee talk. Depending on how dependent your April Fool's prank recipient is on their morning coffee, this prank may be borderline cruel. In this oldie but goodie, swap out sugar with salt. So when your target groggily goes to enjoy their first cup of joe, they'll get an unwelcome surprise. Maybe keep a piping hot, properly made coffee with sugar waiting in the wings, to be nice. That's disgusting. Soupy shower. Unscrew your shower head and pop in a bouillon cube. When the next person in your family takes a shower, will it increasingly smell like chicken as the water streams down? That sounds like it's gonna clog your shower head. That is stupid. Why does it smell like chicken soup? April Fools, I put a bouillon cube in the shower head. Oh, that's mean. Colgate, Cookie Monster. Unscrew several Oreo cookies and replace the filling with toothpaste. Sandwich the cookies back together and serve with milk or to make it look like a totally normal snack. How disgusted they'll probably be depends on the flavor of toothpaste you used for the prank. You know, when I was a little girl, I got my mouth washed out with soap. Literally got my mouth washed out with soap. Like, I said the P word. The PISS word. And my mom was like, that's terrible. Because she was uber uptight and religious, but kind of funny and crazy at the same time. Like, she wasn't like this. My mom wasn't like this, your typical church lady, but she was very she was raised Southern Baptist, so it doesn't taste good. It was like ivory soap and it was disgusting. Mom, I should have been like, Mom, this soap tastes like shit. This tastes like shit. Why yada. Okay, this will be my last one. The classic feather and whipped cream prank. I don't know about this joke, if it's so classic. Yes, the classic prank pulled by many at summer camp. Oh wait, I think I know this. This prank happens while your target is asleep, so make sure you're being extra sneaky. As your mark sleeps, that's a weird way to use it. As your mark sleeps, that's a weird way to say it. Grab some whipped cream and spray it in their hands. Then use a feather to tickle their nose. If the prank gods are on your side, the person will use the whipped cream hand to itch their nose in their sleeps and smear whipped cream all over their face. Prank gods. You more like prank demons. All right. So, I'm always joking that I'm going to start a dance band, and it's a joke, but not a joke. But, when I was dancing the other night, there was this person, I'm going to say his name, Jonah. He's really funny. He's got a really interesting personality, and he was like, he says stuff, and then you're like, is he joking or not? And I was like, hey, we're going to start a dance band. And I've joked with him many times before, and he's like, and this time he goes, but what will we name it? Like, that was his biggest concern. But what are we going to name it? And I was like, wow, instead of knowing who's going to be in the band, what the songs are, all this stuff, but what would the name be? Like, that was top priority. And there was a guy that had like these shoes, and it looked like marshmallows. And I was like, marshmallow shoes, that's the name of our band. But, so I've played around a lot with just having fun on Logic and kind of doing mixing with my keyboard and beats and stuff. And I have a bunch of these songs that I have I just have them. I don't really do much with them because they're definitely not mastered and they're not perfected, and there's all these things are mixed right or whatever. But they're kind of fun. So I found this one and I'm going to play it because it was cool and I liked it. And I was like, yeah, I want to, I don't know, it'd be fun to do more of this kind of thing, but it's just kind of fun. Like I love Stereolab and this band called Lollipuna, and I like Indietronica a lot. And so I think it's kind of fun to kind of write in that style. So anyway, let's listen to this. It's like a song I've never released. I probably never will, but it was just more like just kind of playing around. Okay, thank you guys for listening. All right, bye-bye.
alive.